Hello everyone, today is day 4 of 5 days acrylic painting challenge Wander with Acrylics. I'm Shweta Iktare, I'm a visual artist, and today we are going to paint a beautiful night sky, and I really hope that you enjoyed past 3 days of painting us together. Today it's a little bit simpler piece compared to the yesterday's painting. So today we are going to paint this beautiful starry night. I hope you enjoy it. So we are starting our beautiful painting today. It's a night sky painting, and we are starting with sketch. It's very basic sketch. I'm starting with the mountains which are downwards. This is our foreground. So one mountain is here, then the second mountain I'm seeing here. If you look at my sketch, it's not exactly how it's there in the reference photograph. I'm not worried that I need to create exact sketch. This is completely okay because these are organic things. We are creating nature. It need not to be exact. This is mist. Clouds are here, but you can convert it into sea also, whatever you feel like, because nobody is going to check your reference photograph and then check your painting, and your painting is not supposed to be exactly like the sketch. Like, your painting is not supposed to be exactly like the photograph. You can pick and choose what you need to paint. Also, in this painting, I think this got a bit thicker. I would like it to be a little thinner. I'll take this in the background part. I think this is okay, and if I want to make changes, I'll make changes in the final drawing itself. Now, coming to the color part, I'm starting with cobalt blue. You can take any other blue. You can completely convert this painting in a different shades of blue. So I'm taking cobalt blue. Then crimson red, because it seems the blue seems to be purplish. Again, you may decide that you don't want this color, and you can go ahead with either Persian blue, or you can go ahead with Prussian blue or ultramarine blue, however you feel like. And black and white. I'm taking white to make a lighter shade here, taking cobalt blue and red to find out what kind of blue I want. It should not be too much purple also. So more of cobalt blue, less of red. This is a crimson red. I think I'm liking this color. Let me just check on other paper. This is a paper from a different artwork, and I'm checking it here only. Yeah, I think this color is nice. I can use this color. So I'll go ahead and use this purple. Use this blue. I'll go ahead and use this blue for the sky part, and for that I'm picking up a bigger flat brush, picking up a lot of color. You can create more color if you feel that this is not enough, so that you don't need to repaint it. Now when I'm seeing this, it feels like my color is drying up on paper. So I'm using the mist spray, and very lightly from a distance I spread it so that there is a little bit of water in the color, and I'll damp my brush also. Now this part I'll add watery color because I want to make a lighter shade, and then I'll add lighter shade also. This is watery color, not too much water but decent enough. This part, the second half part, is very much watery color, and I'm making a lighter shade of blue here with mixing it with white, and then I'll take this shade which is very light right now here for the blending part. Make sure that your above color was not too watery. It still needs to spread properly. taking out the excess color here. I think I used a lot of color. Sometimes that happens too, and it's fine. Taking out the excess color. And now going in one direction so that I blend with the light and the dark. Again, taking out the excess color which I've used. It's fine. Now I think I need this more light, so I'm wiping my brush. Washed my brush and wiped my brush. Took white. Since this is very wet, I can add white. I need to make sure that the background is wet enough so the white I'm adding is going to blend. This is called as wet on wet technique. Yeah, I think it's pretty nice. Nicely done. And here if you see, I can see the lines in my painting, and I'm not very fond of this here because I want better sky. So you can always recreate the color and paint over it, or in the first go you can create more color and use the same one. You can do layering. You don't need to question a lot about the layering part. You need not to paint everything in one layer. There is a special technique which is called as alla prima method in portrait painting, which people use to create in one single go. But other than that, all the artworks need a lot of layering. I'm rechecking my color here. This is almost safe. I'm going to use this. Now taking a big brush again. It's still damp. I want damp brush. Yeah, now the color is so luscious. And here I need a blend. So what I'll do is I'll take the blue which I had created, light blue which I had created. I'll mix it with this. I'll make a medium color so that I can blend it here. Yeah, I think I'm liking this. Now this is still wet, and if you want it to be more wet, you can use the water mist. Right now it's already wet, so I'm not going ahead with it. Now I'm taking my smaller brush, which still has blue in it, and I'm taking the medium color, and just this is wet, so I can add medium blue like this to make the shade. And now I'm going to use it very round so that I can create the paint. I'm using round and round brush strokes so that the night sky is visible. I'm using round and round brush strokes so that I can add this kind of effect. And adding very less white and making sure that my background color was wet so that it can get an effect. You can also experiment with reddish or purplish color for that. And now I'm taking just my brush, which is damp, and mixing like this. And you can completely skip this step also, so that is also fine. Now I already have blue and I don't want it to get dried out soon in my palette only. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my 1 number brush and I'm going ahead with the mountains part. So I want a bit darker shade than this. So here I'm taking blue which I had created, adding white to it, and then on a different paper also you can check the color, keeping like this. It's almost same, so I can add a touch of blue to make darker shade. This is looking lighter. Darker shade. I think this will work. Yeah, I think this is looking nice. And if you see here in the reference photograph, there is some light which is downward. So I am taking the lighter blue and sort of blending here on the end part of my mountain, not on the beginning part of the mountain. Now I need darker shade, and it will go from dark to light. So the first color of the sky which we had made, I am starting with that only. I took a lot of color in my brush. And it's not correct way of going for it. You just make sure that you are not doing the same thing. I took a lot of color in my brush, and I can take out excess if I feel like. Now here, if you see, there is a shade of color which is going on. So for that, I will take a lighter shade which we had created earlier and just fill with that and blend. Now for this part, I am putting the medium color which we have created, and when like towards the end, we'll add the highlight part to give that effect of either clouds or water body. So this is the medium blue which we had created, and I'm just like filling this up. I could have actually added lighter blue also. Okay, I can add slight white so that when we are adding white, it won't come off that way. Yeah, I think this is better. Now I'm letting it dry. Till that time, I have now this color, and I'll add very slight black for this whole part of the mountain. I'll just check if it is darker than the original one. If it is, then it will work. This is darker. So yeah, I'm just filling it up. Now I am taking 1 number brush to clean up the edges. I cleaned up the edges, and now I am taking black color and filling this part. It's the darkest color. You can also decide on adding very little blue and not give this much of contrast. It's completely on you. I am also thinking whether I should add any color. So what I'll do here is I'm doing a middle solution. So I'm filling it with black, and before it dries I'll add blue so that the contrast is not too much. This blue I took, and then I'm layering over it. So it's still black, but it has tinge of blue into it. If you don't want to overlap, then you can add black and blue and make this shade. Now again, going on the edges part, just making it look more organic. Now I am taking 0 number brush, my white, and a touch of blue. This is sort of very light blue, and then I'm adding this here. I'm not fully adding, not full cover, if you see, just lines so that it looks like it's floating, so that the background color is also visible. very less but visible. I'm taking medium blue again, the medium shade which we had created earlier, and putting in between. See, my brush strokes are like this, and I'm not filling everything up. You just have to make sure for this effect you don't fill everything up, and if you don't want for that kind of effect, then you can go ahead and do it. No worries, you can make it as river also. Now I'm taking more of white and again adding. Just look at my brush stroke and try to follow along that. Just observe my brush strokes here, you'll get the idea. I think I want more whitish tone here also. So again I'm taking the same lighter blue and I'm checking if it is lighter than what we have. Yes. Adding very lightly and taking water in my brush and slightly moving it along. Just water in my brush now and I'm moving it along. I think I like this. Here also I can add very watery white, not exact white, the lightest blue which we can create. Just a touch of this and very watery. And washing my brush, just taking water. This is, if you want then do it, if you don't want then don't do it. You're worried about messing it up. But it's always fun to experiment. And wherever I'm feeling there is excess, I wipe my brush and now I'm picking that up. And wherever you feel that there is a lot of white, you can pick back the original color and put it in the white area. Then take watery brush and do tap tap tap. And it's done. Now I'm wiping my brush, flat brush. You can actually do it with round brush also. Round brush round brush might give you better results. So for now what I'm doing is I'm covering my paper. I'm putting a paper here because I want my starry part to be only in the sky part, and I'm taking very watery brush and very watery white here. I don't know if you can see it. Yes, you can see it. So if you see here, I'm taking very water like consistency, just a bit of white into the water like this. Try it out on a different paper first so that you feel more comfortable while doing it. So here I'm trying out on this one. I think round brush will work better. I'm trying out with round brush now. Yeah, it's doing better job. So here we go. Took a round brush and very lightly. Oops. Yeah, I think it's done. Other than that, I can add dots from my brush also. It's a 1 number brush. You can go ahead with 0 number brush. I think this is the white for now. I am taking 0 number brush and creating dots here and there. Just make sure that they are arbitrary. Don't do it in line or anything, so that they look like the real deal. I think we need stars here more. I think this looks fine.